Destroy those ghost wards, if you want me back. I can manifest now. I love doing that. Nice view. Look at that old wreck.
Hey, I'm not that old. Cave. Wonderful. Right, where's the exit?
We found our way in, we'll find our way out.
There's more of them. A wee Highland kiss for you. Blind in this stuff. Would you mind?
Of course not.
tell my arse from my elbow.
Who knows what lurks in this thing? Let me guide us. Who knows what lurks in this thing? Let me guide us.
Well, that was exciting.
Watch your step. Teach them not to mess with a Banisher. I can help. Let me guide you to the source. Easy as pie.
Nah, but you can't cook. Aye, still impressive. We Highland kids for you.
That specter's seen a corpse and it wants it for its own. This is a job for a marksman.
Hey, I am a marksman. Got it.
I do enjoy a treasure hunt.
That was fun. I can take the treasure hunting.
A lot of it is underground.
Banisher it is then. Basta!
That corpse is gonna shoot. Shouldn't stay in there.
No step from the shadows.
I'm right here, you know.
There's more of them.
ready and waiting. Eyes peeled. Careful. They mean business now.
More fun. Swear no corpses this hard.
Over yet. You're in its sights, Red. I have another in sight. Move, Red. Ask for help if you need it.
Red, I can't manifest anymore.
Something.
Call on me.
Ask for help if you need it. Must I do everything?
Is it just me or?
I felt it too.
Looks derelict. Is he really inside? What is lurking here?
Time to work, Banisher.
This would do nicely if I wanted to put my legs up.
Beware. Wards. Sorry, not this time.
I'm back.
At long last.
Shall we?
Oh there! Guess we're not going that way.
There should be a way up here.
Is it just me or?
I felt it too. What hides here in the dark? Come out, come out.
Looks like Lammy was trying to translate some sort of ritual.
Not any ritual. This is the Lesser Palingenesis.
I guess no one warned Lammy that grimy reincarnation rituals were not without risk. This relay lad seems dangerous.
His apprentice seems to be following him down the same path. More ghost wards. Someone was being extra careful.
So, what are you hiding in here, evil spawn?
Glancing at the original writing, Lami's work was poor. No wonder the ritual he spawned for Caleb from those botched words of power went wrong.
He doesn't speak well of his dad.
He thought he was better. That's not a particularly difficult task, in fairness.
We need to get to the top floor. Bet we'll find something.
I take the heart, you take the root. Red, come see this.
I'd almost fancy my own garden.
Trust me, you don't want a garden.
No crank. Great. The crank. Good. That book. Again.
The Agrippa. That's not good. Not good at all.
What level of not good are we talking about exactly?
This book promises eternal life, but the promise is a trap. Let's hope it hasn't been used.
It's just a lift. Why is this mechanism so complex?
More magic muckery. Not necromancy, though. He tried to hide his presence from something dangerous. Something related to the Agrippa.
The lift should work now. Pull the This is more serious than we thought. I'm apprehensive. Not just because we're going underground.
We'll be careful. We don't know what Lammy was up to, and the signs are not encouraging.
You know, I could get to like it underground. The darkness, the gloom, the cool air.
Really?
No, not really. Not at all. Once you've revealed the roots, I'll destroy them. Hell's bombs. Another sorrow used as a guardian.
Quick and precise. Well done.
It's on you. Standing by. Stand fast. It's almost done. Watch out! Careful!
Time to end this monstrosity.
Not gonna ask for help? Move it, Red.
That was filthy. When all this is over, I might retire.
You'd miss it. You know you would. You need to see this. Dead animals, again. Different symbols and magic. Seems they were used as bait. Is this how we got through the Sorrow's vigilance? Off we go then.
I tell you I could give it a try, but
This thing needs... Look to me. Hogging all the fun.
so here we are.
I suppose now we step into the void.
Suppose we do. Dark rituals, void breach, general weirdness. Lammy can't be far.
Wards, you're on your own.
The wards work well enough. You didn't need to kill so many birds.
Demonologists use necromancy. Maybe he thought he'd bring them back when he was done. Ghost wards.
It's awfully calm. Why is it awfully calm? There you are.
Here I am. Wards, you're on your own. Spectres. They haven't noticed us. Stay low. Look to me.
Get lost, won't you?
An Ariadne's thread leading through the void. Very useful indeed.
Very useful right until it falls apart. Then you're stuffed like force meat in a turkey.
A wee Highland kiss for you. It's angry now.
Aye.
Creepy hideout. The governor's spawn likes a bit of drama.
This one's different. Looks like it died diseased. Ugh. What is this thing?
Banisher rule number 4.
If it oozes, don't touch it. Another botched experiment?
It may be native to the void.
I feel like we're not done here. This is some dark, sideways magic.
It's forbidden. I've read it.
Sometimes I worry about you.
So, you can see me. Aren't you full of surprises, young Master Haskell?
You may talk. A Banisher ghost. Amazing. How on God's earth did you find me? Never mind that. Thank the Lord you did. Thought I was going to grow old in here.
As hiding places go, the void is quite the choice.
Yes, an amazing place. Or plane? World? The Araloo is not easily described, but it makes a fascinating study. Tell me, how did you get past the Guardian beneath the mill? Did you use a decoy?
We fought it. Don't change the subject.
You fought it? Of course you did. A good thing too. I was starting to think it was wise to me tricks. Oh, but I have so many questions.
This isn't a social call, kid. And we're the ones with the questions.
Oh. Oh. Of course.
We must talk of Caleb Watson. Why in the hell would you give him a resurrection ritual?
Ruth's death hit poor Caleb hard. He was alone, and so I would often stop by his workshop. We talked. He took a keen interest in my studies and was a good listener. When he learned that she could possibly return, he had one question. How?
You saw his grief as an opportunity to test the effects of the lesser palingenesis.
Oh. You know the ritual too? Amazing, isn't it?
I've studied it. The actual ritual, not the mangled version you gave Caleb.
Yes, and I'm sorry. I found it in a copy of De Occulti Philosophia by Cornelius Agrippa von Nettersheim. A remarkable book.
I've met my fair share of illustrious occultists, and none owned an authentic Agrippa. Much is lost in translation or altered in the printing. I doubt your copy is an exception.
Of course! The power is in the words, and mine were wrong, so the power went awry. How very fascinating.
You mistake foolishness for audacity. You must mend your ways.
Surely the acquisition of knowledge cannot be a sin.
Will you still say that when Pennington accuses you of witchcraft? You must remember Deborah.
Miss Comenius. Yes, of course, I remember.
Your father tasked us with an investigation. One way or the other, we must return with the mystery solved.
I think I understand what you're saying. I might be in a tiny little bit of, danger.
You see ghosts. You stroll the void as if it were your garden. You possess and share forbidden rituals. Who are you really?
I'm Lammy Haskell, and I am a man of many sciences. I am in fact a true pursuer.
That raises more questions than it answers.
What are the pillars of the universe? Which principles underpin existence? As occultists, do we change the world or scratch upon its surface? Each discipline I embrace peels back a new layer of reality. I'm yet at the beginning, and see where I already stand. Amazing, no?
You did not find the void breach beneath the mill by accident. You had help. Who taught you?
I did my research.
Suddenly, you're a man of few words.
I'd rather not involve those not present. Discretion, you understand.
Your father is convinced a witch poisoned his well. Caleb Watson was cursed by a ritual you gave him. I'd focus if I were you.
We must counter the devil with knowledge of his tricks. That, my father always said, is the purest of God's work.
Aye, I can imagine your father saying that.
When I was 10, he gave me my initiation. Demonology, sir, as he would say. He saw me as his heir. Then, of a sudden, the books were forbidden. So I stole them. The very same books he'd forced upon me as a boy. I understand them where he does not. I did no wrong, apart from a little theft.
From the looks of this place, you're knee-deep in research. What are you doing here exactly?
Searching for the origin of the Harrow's Plague, of course. And I have a theory on the subject.
Of course you do. Go on then.
Now, at first, I believed the water poisoned, but my father sealed the well, and yet folk remained sick. They looked for witchcraft, a foolish, uneducated suspicion, yes, but with some truth concealed behind it. You see, the Araloo taints New Eden. Its influence leaches into the Harrows. The evidence is everywhere.
By the Araloo, do you mean the void?
Neither name does it justice. This place is beyond words. The Araloo, Mr. McCraith, is made of the very fabric of our primordial myths. Isn't it amazing?
How can you be sure the void has tainted the region?
In New Eden, the threshold between our plane and this is thin. Even I, a novice, may reach the frontier and then go beyond. I also believe it happened before. Some years ago, New Eden was hit by another epidemic.
Yes, we learned of it in Fort Jericho.
I believe that first epidemic was caused by the porosity of the frontier between New Eden and the Araloo. Although, where theirs was an affliction of burning flesh, ours is a corruption of mind and spirit. And I believe I have found its source. There is a substance, a strange ooze. You may have noticed it. This, I believe, is the true source of the Harrow's poison. It carries a particular stink, on the scent of which I experience first confusion, then a loss of control over my limbs.
You've based all this on a peculiar smell.
Well, not only that, also observation, experience, elimination of other possibilities. As a Banisher, you surely understand that the limits of our perception far exceed the bounds of our normal attention. As a scientist, it's important to look closer, the better to understand what the Araloo is really made of. Unfortunately, I cannot reach the source. The Araloo is a formidable place. Tricky. A maze constantly evolving, changing, reshaping itself. The isthmus, for example. I found an oozing crack in the ground. The terrain then remade itself, and I can get to it no longer.
Perhaps we might be able to find a way through and take a look at that source.
Would you? That would be splendid. Would you mind taking notes?
You've studied demonology. Did you do it alone?
When my father forbade me to continue, I confess I disobeyed him in secret. Those big books were very boring until they were forbidden. Suddenly I could not get enough of their secret knowledge. Funny, eh? More recently, a good friend of my father showed me that I had only been scratching at the surface.
He taught you in secret.
On his visits, I would assist him with the research for the writing of his books. When the curse fell, he fled with thick-skinned Newsmith and left all his work behind. I hope he made it. I'd surely like to one day show him the advances I've made upon his work.
Let's go take a closer look at that ooze then.
And with that sorrow gone, I can leave. Do be careful. My home is your home. If you need anything, help yourself.
The Araloo is not your home, Lammy. But thank you.
Pardon my morbid enthusiasm, Mistress Duarte, but could I ask you a few questions?
What do you wish to know?
Do you still need to eat? Do you feel hunger? Sorry, it's just, you're the first ghost I've met, in person, as it were.
I don't eat. Not in the way you do. I feel hunger. Again, not in the way you do.
Fascinating. And can you touch things, smell them? Are colours the same as you remember them?
My senses are different. It's difficult to describe how. I can see, sometimes touch. I cannot smell. Red tells me this is a blessing.
How do you manifest in this plane? Do you feel bound, or are you here by choice?
It feels as if I were clinging to a rope, high above the abyss. Even if I wished to let go, I could not bring myself to do it.
I see. What about your Banisher skills? Can you use them? Do the accoutrements of your craft still work? As a ghost, do they not harm you?
The marks on my hands and the rings on my fingers aren't actually there. They have no more effect on me than a memory.
Can you talk to any ghost you wish?
No. I sense traces of their presence. To talk to them, I must still do the work.
And yet here I am, talking to you. How marvellous. The dead are rarely as articulate, nor are they accommodating. In fact, they're often quite rude.
We should probably get going. Some other time, then.
But we've merely scratched at the surface of the great mysteries. I mean, look around us. We stand here beyond the ultimate frontier. Sorry. I mean to say, yes, Mistress Duarte.
Antea, we should get going. So, the pious governor's unassuming son is our evil Harrow's witch.
The more powerful the loose cannon, the more dangerous it is. I can't smell the stench Lammy spoke of, but I feel strange, and I suspect the ooze.
Only one way to find out.
God. I need a wee bit of help here.
Ugh. Lammy was right. This stuff means business. Sorry, not this time. Take care. The place is warded. I can't, Rory.
Let's get back up.
Watch out! We made it angry. Call on me.
It oozes through the breach, suppurates like a festering wound.
How delightful.
Let's see what lies on the other side. Where are we now?
Underground, looks like.
Wonderful.
The ooze affects the incarnate, too. Who goes there?
Is that a ghost?
I don't know. But I don't think we're alone. What might you be then?
What was...
Oh, shite.
Did you just say shite? You? It's bigger than I thought it'd be.
Is that a house from the Harrows?
We may be below the well.
No wonder they all got sick.
The cries of the innocent have reached the ears of the Lord Almighty.
This house belonged to a certain Antipas and Clemency Gibbs. Something's concealed.
Shall we?
Marcin Leth!
Is it just me or...
I felt it too.
I feel a draft.
From the invisible.
The Gibbs' land was barren. They were struggling for money.
Look up. The ooze, oozed through the very stone.
And of all of them, just this one house fell down.
Maybe it was personal.
Was the Gibbs' house targeted by the ooze?
Obviously. Look around you.
Mr. and Mrs. Gibbs, have you read my paper?
I read it, aye. And then I washed my hands and prayed for grace. You claim to prove that there is no curse. Well,
A witch would say that, wouldn't she?
Wherever people gather to live, disease takes hold, and I believe... What are you doing?
your evil lies shall be destroyed. We know who you are, and you shall be judged. Witch!
That was Deborah. She built a case for her rationality, and they tore it apart.
Piss off!
Hogging all the fun. Mrs. Gibbs, I presume.
More efficient than cannon powder.
rid of the other spectre first.
Away with you! Pretty shite toughened up.
Look to me.
Stubborn bastard!
Get rid of the other stuff.
Another shadow.
What do they want? Red, something is keeping me from manifesting.
In here? Ah, shite.
Take care. The place is warded. Better.
You're welcome.
Now let's inspect the body.
Angry. Expected no less from you, Mrs. Gibbs. Clemency Gibbs blamed the epidemic on a witch. Come from New Eden Town with the governor.
That's not what Deborah was saying.
The Gibbs were not at home to rational explanations.
That's unfit for us to cross. This could be a good spot to cross.
See anything?
Either the water table is full of ooze, or there's another source.
Let's search upstream.
This bite's not easily chewed.
Away with you!
Over there.
Elusive little buggers.
I love doing that.
Hey, Highland kiss for you.
Don't step in that. I mean it.
Find a way around then.
Wards. Think you can fend for yourself?
And you will not be judged. Forgive, and you will be forgiven.
Are those echoes we're hearing, or the shadows speaking?
They always appear near the ooze.
So do the whispers.
But which came first?
A sight to behold.
Wasn't I always? Here, I found something. The whispers say the same things over and over.
What kind of entity would be so obsessed?
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank.
To deliver you from the way of evil, your captives are unleashed upon you.
Watch out! Spectre possession. They never learn, do they?
Why do I get the feeling that we're sick ducks? Your funeral!
Watch out! Spectre possession. Hogging all the fun.
Yet in your powerless and in your pride, you brought yourself into lay the blade. Guilty.
This looks perfectly drinkable.
Famous last words.
Why hasn't the poison spread to the groundwater?
Perhaps it shifts and shapes, like the void. Well, at the very least, it shifts. Looks like the ooze comes from a distinct source. I love doing that. Remember the wicked will I felt earlier? The same spell is upon this.
We should find that ritual Seeker told us about. I've kept her notes about the hut location.
This whole country is rotten to the core.
And you're just now reaching this conclusion?
If I wanted your opinion, I'd give it to you.
Perhaps if you gave me the space to have one, then we'd both be better off. Someone came through here, someone real, not just a shadow. Whoever it was, looks like the ooze got him. What do you think, Antea?
You wanted the space to have your own opinion. I'm giving it to you.
This must be Antipas Gibbs. Hell of a fall to live through.
Now join in any time, Antea.
What do you think I'm doing?
This is God's land. How could we let a witch come to our community? Instructing our children, no less.
'Tis no surprise. New Eden brims over with backsliders. The governor, chief amongst them.
Aye, many had to sicken and die for him to act. But the deed is not yet done.
We must fight the Lord's good fight and cast the devil out for good. Many want to try the witch, aye, and many want to see her dead.
They never learn, do they?
Get back up!
Those things came from the ooze. They're like those oriental shapeshifters we fought in Bremen.
Or Bacche liquefy. This is something else. The ooze reacted to our presence. The Gibbs were so angry. Pure entitled bigotry.
Maybe they were affected by the ooze. I mean, we've been snapping at each other since we got here. Something's toying with us.
I think they made the ooze. I don't think the ooze made them. We're not finished here.
This is it. This is the source. How do we get to it?
You have turned your back from love. Looked away when first needed. Nelson.
If you need a rest, this place is as good as any. Something tells me this is the condemned well. Do you think you could get that bucket down? The bucket is tainted.
Whatever you have sown, you shall reap. Alone, forlorn, misunderstood, so you shall remain. For eternity.
A strong memory clings to this place. A ghost left a fragment of their past here.
The devil still breathes through her mouth. We are cursed, and you are stolen.
Clemency, Antipas, please. The woman has been jailed. As per custom, she will face trial and justice will be brought to this community.
Coming from a magic user himself. But can you or your demonologist discernment really be trusted?
Dare you insinuate such blasphemy? I'm a man of faith.
Do what God commands of you. Governor, we ask for safety. If we do not get it, there will be consequences.
The governor used Urim and Thummim, and that made his flock suspicious.
Divination stones. He must have thrown them down the well when he sealed it. But why now?
Hiding the evidence perhaps of his role in the witch trial. They connected him to the demonology he used to reinforce his authority.
That echo proves that things were getting out of hand. For his son's safety and his own, Haskell must have feared the suspicious mob.
All deserted you, none supported you.
This can't be good.
Who are you?
Confess! Let them speak!
If we speak, so you listen?
Impudence! Provocation! Read the charges!
Let rule in the grave. You have blood on your hands and weakness in your heart. Guilty!
Swore to vanquish evil. You conspired with witches.
Sworn to banish all ghosts. Instead, you embrace one.
The charges. Cowardice, oath-breaking, deception. The verdict. Guilty. The sentence. Pain hereafter.
I only seek the truth.
Truth is a poison, as believe they want. That poison will end you.
working. Keep at it.
Better stay down. You're messing up, come on.
I never wanted this. I hate the very thing I've become. Bloody shadow.
Poisoning the body politic. You portray yourselves as saviors sent to deliver us. But with your dark hearts, the evil only worsens. Your witches, and witches must die.
Antea died to help New Eden, and still we fight this curse.
What more do you want from us?
Come on, man, get yourself together.
This just won't do.
Your strikes are not helping. Let me.
Damn you. This thing is mine. Her name is Deborah. Bloody shadow.
Judgment. The guilty are known. Now justice is ours.
Enough. Can we please get out of here? That was awful. This trial. It was as if Deborah wanted us to face what she had faced. But all I feel is beaten.
I feel judged. Like I'll never be understood again. Justice miscarried here.
Of course. That's it. I know what that was. Such spectre of injustice has a name. The mythical infamy. I've only read about them. They're so rare, most think them a myth.
Ignorance caused this. A raging epidemic drove them out of their minds. Unable to look within, they pointed the finger.
And so a terrible ghost was born, and sickness piled on sickness. Haskell has so much to answer for.
Is it just me or?
I felt it too. More corrupted ivy waiting to be plucked out.
Farewell, weed.
Some of this!
Make a run for it! You're within gun range, Red.
standing by. Look to me. Watch out. We made it angry.
That down there, I was tense. I was impatient.
The infamy's doing, not yours.
No. Doesn't change the feelings. I never thought I could feel such anger again.
They were Deborah's feelings, not yours.
How refreshing it is to the soul to be at once thus delivered of that which was so. One thing above all else, my friends, is true. The wicked are at odds with themselves.
Oh, good. His latest sermon. We haven't missed it.
The Lord's promise of salvation from hell pleases them. The Lord's salvation from misery and sin here on earth does not.
This doesn't look like salvation from misery and sin.
The wicked pray for deliverance from the fires of hell, while piling the kindling high. They proclaim their love for their Lord, yet, in His name, they serve themselves. Their self-regard crumbles in the light of their hateful iniquities.
So true.
Mr. McCraith, my friend, I'm so glad you agree. Now, the wicked man never questions...
I have your answers.
What? Yes, good. Perhaps we should discuss this privately, if you'll give me just a moment.
It's quite the story. You might not wish to hear it. Neither may the good people here.
Please, this is not the time.
We want to hear the story. Let the Banishers speak.
Tell them, Red. Tell them good.
Aye. It is a story that starts with a question. A question for you, Governor. And maybe for all the good people of New Eden. If I give you a witch, will you do what you did to Deborah Comenius?
Comenius, say you? The school teacher walked with the devil and paid the appropriate price. That's the beginning of the history and also its end.
Is it, though? Now, I've learned much about Deborah Comenius and what happened to her, and it tells a very different tale.
And what story, pray you, does it tell?
It tells the story of a woman, a teacher, living peaceably among friends, until there came a plague. In fear, the good people went to their governor. "The devil walks among us," they said, "and you must save us, or we will find someone who will." This governor knew he could not save them, but he could give them a witch. The train band captain shackled the school teacher and locked her away. She would confess, or she would be judged.
Deborah Comenius was a witch, Mr. McCraith. She was the devil's tool, and worse, much worse.
The picture of yourself that you hold in your mind is that of a great occultist.
To repel the devil, the wise and fearless man must learn the Black Spy's tricks.
Do you then consider yourself a true demonologist?
In order that a war be just, 3 things are necessary. Firstly, the authority of the sovereign. Secondly, a just cause. Thirdly, a rightful intention.
Aye, the Summa Theologiae of St. Thomas Aquinas, a classic quote from which you have conveniently omitted an important detail. To wit, a just cause is required, namely that those who are attacked should be attacked because they deserve it on account of some fault. Have you ever wondered what lies beyond the veil, past the hem, beyond the invisible? Have you ever heard of the Araloo?
What gibberish is this?
No? Your good friend Etienne Roulet did not. It seems they knew worthy of his secrets. Never mind. The trial was not fair. You had no proof, and you knew it.
Credible witnesses gave believable testimony, sir.
Witnesses like Gibbs, who pressured you into a guilty verdict to avoid being suspected of witchcraft yourself.
There was pressure, I'll not deny it. But I did what I did to protect the colony. It was a difficult time.
You're a pompous coward, fearful of anyone different, as human as that is.
There must be a man to judge, or there is no order. A man to make the judgment, and a man to enforce it. Of all people, you know this.
I live and let live. I choose only for the dead.
I choose for the living. These people are sinners, sir, and must be led back to the light. This is my mandate, my duty.
What do you really want, Governor?
I wish only to serve. I am the trusted servant of the good people of New Eden. Without me, they're lost.
Without them, you would be lost.
Yes. Maybe I do need them. Very human of me. But these people undoubtedly need me, Mr. McCraith. And there is no one else.
Admit it. You toy with magic you don't understand.
You, sir, are jealous.
I, sir, am tired. I've done my job, fulfilled my contract, I've found the source of the curse. The poison below the well is no more, no thanks to you.
Aha! Poison it was then. The weapon of the wicked, to weaken the people's will. What was it, belladonna, hemlock, foxglove?
Betrayal. Truth unspoken. Secrets and lies. Wrongs, basically. Your wrongs. The wrongs you visited upon Deborah Comenius. The wrongs that led to her death.
She died at the hand of the body politic. She died at all our hands. Most of all, she died at her own.
She died because she would not submit.
'Twas not my plan to kill her, stupid, stubborn woman. Why did she not confess? I would have granted clemency. I would have shown her mercy.
You say your flock forced your hand. For the greater good, you say, you indulged their bloodlust. I believe you did it. I don't believe your motive. You delighted in your magical witch hunt, your trivial rituals. You thought you'd be lauded for your humility and skill. But you have neither. Now all around you crumbles. Yet still you state your claim as the rightful protector of the people of New Eden. I have found the culprit, the devil worshipper, the source of the evil that has befallen your community. Sorry, son.
You're having a laugh.
Can't be.
I don't. My son, a witch? You mock us, sir. Present proof or retract your ridiculous accusation.
Now you need proof. For years, Lammy studied your precious library of the forbidden, but he outdid his father. He learned. 'Twas Lammy who taught Caleb Watson the dark ritual that brought his beloved wife back from the dead.
I was trying to help. I did nothing wrong.
No, Lord have mercy.
For shame.
The boy was always strange.
No. No, Lammy is a good boy. I won't have it.
Easy, Governor. Your son's intentions were sound, and his mistakes, grave as they were, did not poison the well.
Forgive me for swearing in the meeting house, but this is a blooming farce.
Have I ever failed you? In evil times, have we not endured? Have I not protected you?
Fooled by his own flesh. How could he be so blind?
Have faith. The Banisher has lifted the curse. Brighter days are here. I knew you were trouble. You and your lady. Look what you've done.
Don't push your luck, Haskell. I've given you a shot at redemption. It's more than you gave Deborah.
Damn you, Banisher. Paid in consideration of a curse lifted. All rights defended now and hereafter. I look forward to never seeing you again.
Don't count on it. The work's not done.
After all this, don't forget to rest.
So, what now?
What did Ceridian say when we first met her?
Once we'd weakened the Nightmare's influence, we could use the Void to enter its lair.
Deborah's grip on the settlers has diminished. We'll return to Ceridian's island. From there, the Void Breach will take us back to New Eden Town.
Just like that, eh?
Well, yes, just like that. Something bothering you.
But aren't we rushing things a little?
We've lost too much time already. We have a nightmare to confront, remember? Sometimes I hate the world. Another free woman, bright, sensitive, kind, murdered by a craven rabble too weak to face its own mediocrity. Cowards hiding behind fake virtue. And for what? They won't even say her name. Why? Why her?
They know no better. They know only fear and hate what they cannot understand.
Especially when a woman is involved.
It matters not now anyway.
A woman died for nothing and it matters not?
That's not what I meant. But the lassie is dead. All we can do now is try to give her her rest.
Perhaps she does not want to rest. When I left Cuba, anything could have befallen me. I was bright, free, talented. Though I had the wrong tongue, the wrong sex, the wrong skin. I defied life. I expected so much more from the world. I was arrogant. Arrogant to believe I needed no one. To shut out my mother and experience curandera and listen instead to my sister.
Your childhood friend. What happened?
I had little and wanted more. A dangerous thing when you have our type of talent. Anything could have befallen me, but it didn't.
This has been hard for you. For me too. Perhaps we should think of how far we've come together and take heart.
I am dead, Rory. I am dead, and Suna will be gone for good.
You think I don't know this?
So act like it.
I'm not the enemy here. Look, all this, it's a lot to endure. We're both exhausted. I know I am.
I cannot tire.
I know. I know how hard it's been for you.
You have no idea. None at all.
I'll do my best to understand, if you'll let me. We should have faith. Look at us. We'll get to where we're going.
Shut up, Red. Shut up. This isn't about what we have conquered or what we have achieved or how far we have journeyed. Look at us. Look at me. I loathe what I've become. Can't you see that?
I was trying to help. I'm sorry.
Stop apologizing. Good night.
Antea. Antea? I would have gone with you. Not funny. I have to walk to the stupid bloody island.